Hello everyone, I'm gonna be taking you through a Pandas tutorial. I'll be using Python version 3.12.9. You probably can use any versions above 3.9. I'll be using VS Code, but most of the time you might want to use a notebook for this, like Jupyter or Google Colab. I'll be using VS Code. I just like it better. Um, so first things first, well, it's a pandas tutorial, but you would need a dataset for this. I didn't want to go and just write out a bunch of values, so I'll just use a generator using NumPy. This is the only part we'd be using NumPy for, but for the dataset right here, it's just a fake sales dataset. That's really you can do whatever you want, but it has ID, city, year, sales, and cost. Now, the first thing you usually want to do whenever we start a data analysis or whatever project, you first need to read in your data set, and that could look like anything like this: pd.read. Usually it's a CSV. It could be an Excel file. You usually don't use these feather FWRF, but you can. Sometimes you use a Parquet file, JSON, and Pickle, or you want to make your own data frame, which we can do right here. It's just a dictionary value. You can just do whatever you want with it. Show it right here, but this is how you would make a data set to look at these values. I'm just gonna say look. Usually you would do, I'm gonna say print so you can see it, but do print dot t dot head. That's gonna show you the first 5 rows. Right here. You gotta see it. My bad. Right here, it'll show you this. We have D values for that. But we'll mostly be using the df1. This returns this. So df equals make data. It's basically just this thing right here. Most of the time we wouldn't be doing that. We'd be using probably df dot equals pd dot read CSV and then your CSV file, or Parquet or Excel file, whatever. But print.df head is gonna look like this. It just shows the first 5 rows. You can specify. You can look at 10 rows. Right here, there's another one called tell. Let me put some spaces. Df tell. It's the same thing, but we look at the 5 right here. I look at the bottom 5, and then there's one more, known as sample. It would take a subsample of your full data set and look at it. I looked at 1. You have to specify, so you can do 5. You can look at 5 values right here. But yeah, these are the lookup methods. And let me do this real quick. And then next is next are the info. So let's see here. Next would be info. This just looks at the data types and how much values you have in it. Right here, let's do a clear. So usually this shows date, float, and object. Date, float, and object. Usually object's just a string value. You wouldn't see it, but to show you how many non-known values you have, see if everything matches. You would know if you have a null value because things won't match here. The next one is describe. This usually falls under, I don't know if I can do, but this usually just falls under, it's just stats, summaries, but here, so it won't look at anything besides the numeric values. ID is numeric, so it was looking at that, but this one doesn't matter. These do. The next thing is if you want to get rid of those, the next thing is selecting unique columns. So I'll just say selecting right here. Something that you can do with that is, well, I'll just do head again. We can do df sub, I don't know, year dot head. Same principle, but we'll be looking at only the head column. We can do that with, we can select multiple as well. Let's see. Multi columns, and you just double encase it, and let's see, would be cells. We just select those and bam, right here. To fix the describe one, since it's only numeric, we can just do describe new cells. What's the other one? And cost. And right here, we'll have a good summary table of just the numeric values you want. You can also just do calls equal whatever columns you want right here. And instead of doing that, just put in calls and bam, there you go. Next is selecting unique rows. This one we'll be using iLock. Let's see, let me just grab a few. So iLock. My bad. It's not parentheses, it's bracket 4. 0 to 5. We can do it based on ID as well. So let's see. So I like. No, we'll be using lock. I mean, right here we can select unique. So we do 2 to 5 as well. So right here. Next, we can do lock. We're going to specify unique values with this. So instead of iLock, we do lock. Then we do df of what was it? ID, I don't know, equals 10. We can find that specific value. My bad. I need to bracket this. Let's see, what was the my bad. My bad. I accidentally put it inside of 2 brackets. Next would be we can do query as well. Let's see, query. This is useful if you want to specify, or if you're good with SQL commands. You can just do a query and you say cells is greater than 150 and that, and city is equal to Boston. My bad. Forgot to close it, but right there. You can also just do Q and put your query here. We can do 3 and just take this, put it right here. So instead of that, we can just do Q. So it doesn't take up too much space, and do the same thing. Next is add and modifying rows, or add and modify columns. So add and modify. That'd be, so let's add a profit row. profit, and we can just do it simply by doing this. We can just, if we don't have one, we just make up one. We'll call it profit and make it equal to df of sales minus df of cost. And then let's see here. Print df profit. That should profit and issue. Oh, my bad. I accidentally put 2 equal signs right there. Profit, but there you go. Profit column. We can also just do div head. Bam, right there. We have a new column called profit. We're gonna add a margin column next, which should be margin df equals sign margin equals lambda. This is just a short function call df dot cells, and we should have margin right here. Next would be we can update. We can do updates to it. So I was gonna say date. I don't know. City. So if we want to change something, we just do city equals lower, makes all the names lowercase instead of upper. I don't know, you can do whatever you want with that, but it's just an example. Next is we can also rename columns. So I'm just gonna rename the city column. df my bad. df city, wait, now it'd be df dot rename, I think it's columns equal dictionary city to, let's just do city. Right there. Then next is let's say we have missing values. There's a whole topic on this, but it's pretty easy. Pandas just for basic implications. But let's first introduce NAs. Let's see. let's use an example from up there. Lock to maybe from margin. Let's make it equal. I think that would do it. This way. That is an A. That's sum. I see. See what I did. My bad. Keep doing bracket. There's oh yeah. Let's just do NP. My bad, I said earlier I want it, but this is a lot easier. Just copy this. I'm pretty sure that should have worked. Let's see here. I'll look at 6 results. Yeah, it worked. Okay, but usually if we have missing value, so right now we have 3. It just depends on how you handle it. It's specific to whatever. There's a whole topic on it. I go about it maybe later in a later video, but usually if we do have a missing value, I know we can either set it to 0, the mean, whatever, it just depends. But right here, I'll probably set it to the mean of whatever the margin is. Yeah, margin dot mean, and you can also just do a drop but most cases you wouldn't want to because it would ruin the values. We usually wouldn't drop it, but right here you can see those three values fixed to the mean of the font margin. The next case is grouping and aggregating. So let's see here. Grouping, aggregating. I think that's how you spell it. The first one I'll be showing you is grouping or group by. So let's just do this. Group by. Let's do print df dot group by city, and we'll do it based on we want to look at cells, and I want to look at the mean of those cells. Bam. We can do multiple, so let's see here. I was gonna say multi. Let's say summary that head. We haven't made it yet. But I was gonna say summary is equal to df dot group by, let's say city and year. That would make sense. And then it's dot ag orders would be by ID, and size is just the row count. Next would be new would equal to cells, and then we have the, I don't know, we do mean, sum, max, min. I should do sum. Next, profit. Equal to profit, and since I did sum right there, I'm gonna do sum right here. The next thing we would do is we set the index, and then these are usually columns that we're going to use. There's much more you could do with this, but I'll just show the simple. See here. I see now. I accidentally put brackets right here. Should be parentheses. There you go. We can also just do the full summary right there. Next is we can sorting and looking at count, sorting and count. See here. So sort, usually we do df dot sort values by, let's see, let's do let's sort it by profit. Ascending could equal false. I want to descend, and I don't want to look at all values. I just want to look at the top 10. Let's see here. Okay, so we just sorted it from the top 10. Next is we can also look at count of values. So count. Let's see here. City. We named it. So city dot value count. Bam, that's the counts of each unique value and city. Next would be, let's see, merge and concat. This one would be concat. I don't know, let's make 2 parts. So part A would equal 5, part B would equal df dot till 5, and print them out, print out part A, B, and then showing the concat function. You can just do, it's pd dot concat part A and part B, and bam. So this is part A, part B, and then bam, both part A and part B. Let's see, let's make it a little bit smaller. Next would be merging. So merge. Let's see here. Let's make a lookup table. PD dot data frame. Let's see here. Let's see. City. B. Let's go all the way to the top. I don't want to copy it. Or write it out. Since they're all lowercase in the actual data set, let's lowercase them here. And then let's make second column called population. I know it's just random values, and then we do a merge df, which should be df dot merge. Usually we do left joins, and what we're left joining on is city column, since it's in the lookup. And what we want is how we're gonna do it is the left join, and then we're just gonna do a simple filter. So HDF, which should be city, nation. Let's also add profit. Let's see. Bam, right there. So then the next one is last. Usually after we finish a project or whatever, we save. So 1, 2, you can save it into a number of things. Usually we do CSV. Then this would be your file path you want to call. Usually we get rid of the indexing. But this is an example of how to do this right here. Bypass path, the index. Usually it would, whenever you save a file, it would save these numbers, so we usually get rid of it right there. But this is an example of how to use Pandas. I will give a downloadable GitHub link. I will send a GitHub link to where you guys can access this. But if there's anything I missed or messed up on, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Thank you.